Yo, what's up to everyone that is watching this video? Hope you have had a great Christmas and a new year. And this video is simply just gonna be me talking about what I think would be the personal branding strategies and how to go on about your personal brand now in 2025. Because I'm gonna be honest, there isn't much that has changed, but there's still a lot of things that people may not understand yet, and things that people can take an extra look at in terms of their own brand, how to go on about it if you want to grow even more, and what to really recognize in today's pattern when it comes to social media and personal branding. So there's two ways you can go on about it. You can go the route of long form. You can do YouTube videos, or you can do short form, which or Instagram videos, more shorter videos that leads to YouTube. So I can go on about what YouTube has to offer in terms of this, because when it comes to posting on YouTube, it's really in-depth content. It's not like Instagram where you basically just give an overview of something, and if people want to listen to more about it, then they go to long form and YouTube. So YouTube is more in-depth, shows more about what's on the inside, the backside, or whatever you call it, other than just you being in front of the camera. It shows you literally the POV, let's put it that way. And as we're talking about POV, we have a dude that is, or dude or man, whatever you want to call it, a gentleman that is doing the POV really, really good at the moment, or has been doing it really, really good, which is Daniel Dalen. And the thing that, sorry, I just needed to move this a bit. But the thing that he does so good is that he shows, first of all, he shows educational content. He gives, info, and he gives value at a certain level. Like, he doesn't overdo it, but doesn't underdo it either. So he shows like his expertise to a certain level, because the rest that is, people that can buy from him. And what he is really good at is that he's showing the raw side of things. Like, he doesn't put a cherry on top. He doesn't try to make it seem better than it actually is, because you can see in his videos that he's working day in, day night. He's working all day. And that is what's good about his content. That is showing the reality of being an entrepreneur, or being a businessman that like he is, and showing the real side of what really goes on the back end of things. And it isn't as bright as many people think it is. And from then on, we have also one thing that you can go about. You can go about it with posting educational content, being really raw, and showing like the back end of what everything is happening in your life. Or you could go on about it like a bit like Iman, but he also has a bit backside content, but he has both of it. But what he is doing the best is educational and good edited videos. So what he does is that he has good educational content, stuff that people can learn from, people like me, or people like I used to be, or person I used to be. And it's basically like people who want to start a business, self-improvement, motivational kind of stuff. And also, most people that watches these videos are really on the side of FOMO, which is the word, fear of missing out. And I think that what Iman does so good is that he knows how to put into words. Like, he knows how to make the sentences seem, more stressful. Like, make people really feel this FOMO to a new level, instead of just being at the same level as everyone else. Because the reason why people watch his videos is because they feel like he is the guy that is leading the market, or leading the era, if in terms of starting a business and stuff like that. And he truly is, but he's also putting it that way, that he is the main leader, and that is what he's doing so good at. And it's also the educational content. Don't get me wrong, like, everything he's doing is pretty good, because I've been there myself. I watched Iman's Unscripted, I think his YouTube channel is, where it's like in the back end of things. And I also watched his highly edited videos, where it's like educational and stuff. And that was when I started my own journey myself. So credit where it dues. So Iman is doing incredible good. And then there's this guy who is more on, I don't know how to explain it, but you have content creators that is like really out there. Maybe they don't have too many followers, but they're out there, like you see them all the time. And then you have also big creators that you maybe haven't seen that much, but they're still huge when it comes to the niche that they have. So you have this guy who is really down to earth in terms of showing his own story, and is really raw. this thumbnail, I don't know how, it probably took him 5 minutes to make. And the video itself is him just talking about his own experiences and how you can learn from it yourself. He's basically, pre-calling what you will experience in life and trying to hinder you from, getting to a roadblock or meeting some stagnation that you probably, yeah, thumbs up, meeting some stagnation that you probably don't want to meet, and that is what he's doing so good. Sorry, because I don't fully, remember his name, but yeah, he's really good at doing so. And the thing is, with all of these creators, is that they have a different niche. You can do educational content, but you can do it raw. You can do educational content, but you can do it good edited or well edited, or you can just show your own story and do raw. And all of these guys, obviously, they're all showing their own story. They also have raw content, and some of them also have good edited content, like Daniel Dale and Iman Ghazi. So that is what they're doing really, really good at. But then we can do also is we can do short form. So you can go on about it, like you can go long form, you can go short form, but either way, what you're doing, you're building a brand. So it doesn't matter if you're starting it on Instagram or if you're starting on YouTube, but mostly it will be easier to do it on Instagram, and I will show you why. But what platform you choose doesn't really matter, because what you're gonna do is that you're sending the audience to your long form. So let's say you're starting here, you're gonna send people to your long form through posting shorter videos of the long videos, basically. And the same you can do from here, do the longer videos, but you can send people here to basically send the overview of the video, send the highlights, basically. And I'm gonna show you what people do in short form, yeah, this is me. I needed to put myself in there because I have a different niche, as everyone else on this planet. But basically what I post is more motivational, self-improvement, all that sort of stuff that people maybe feel FOMO about, fear of missing out. But it really depends, because the reason why I post those kind of content is because I was there myself. Like I know how the niche works, and I also feel like it resonates with who I were for like 6 months, 12 months ago. So what I do is I literally I make these short videos, about like, if you want to improve in 2 months, that's all it takes for you to grow. Meditate, journal, exercise, all this, just making it simple and easy and giving people tips and tricks that they can take straight away. So what people then do, is that I'm trying to send people from my Instagram after these videos to my long form to watch basically videos like these, where I'm explaining it, how it works. And then we have people like Tom Nosky, who is sharing his experience, educational, and also a well-edited content. You can go on his page, like there's never one single video that isn't, good edited or, is engaging, There's always something happening, and that is what he's doing good at. Because he's also sharing his own story. He's really also he's transparent as, I can't swear, but yeah, he's really transparent about what he's doing on this page. Because what Tom Nosky has done, and what most people don't understand, is that he's been growing his brand now for, I don't know how many years, like 6-7 years. Sorry if I'm wrong. But he's been really, really posting it. He isn't one of those guys who is like one video and then blew up. He's been consistent over several years, and he deserves where he's at right now. Let's put it that way. And what he's doing, as I said, he's posting experience content. He's showing his own story from when he started, what he's gone through, and what he's been capable of doing because of, him being consistent and disciplined. And then he's also sharing educational content. So he's sharing like to a certain standard before people get too much information, they just have all the hacks. Basically shares it to a certain extent, because from people, being interested to that level of information, or whatever you want to call it, people from then on will like to buy something more, because he is obviously just sharing, let's say, 15% of what he's knowing. And people from then on, it's easy to sell, because they're already kind of sold, because he's making this personal connection with them. And then he has well-edited content, which, is simply just making people engaged and keeping them, motivated and disciplined to watch the rest of the video, basically. Because people scroll. They're really fast at scrolling. Most of you have, I don't know, like 80% of you have probably, unclicked this video because you are not engaged, or you basically don't have, I don't give you enough dopamine, basically. And then we have this guy who is, I don't even need to mention his name because most of you guys should know him by now. But he's posting educational content and well edited content. And what he's doing so good as well is because he's been doing it for several years. He knows what he's talking about, and the reason why people also listen to this guy is because he is, how can I explain it? He's been in a situation himself where he has learned the ups and downs. He's meet the roadblocks. He's done everything, and now he's just literally just tracking back to when he was there himself and showing people how to get over these roadblocks through his educational content, which is also well edited to keeping people engaged. And that's basically everything. So most of these people have short form content where they literally just go over the basics of what they're providing to the internet or social media, whatever. To a certain extent, they give information, and from then on, they do. It really depends from person to person. Just take it that way, but it really depends. But most of them do like me, send people from their short form videos because they give a certain extent of information. Then they leverage it to the long run, which is going to be YouTube, because YouTube is going to be 2025 and beyond. YouTube, if you're being raw and if you're being consistent in 2025 with YouTube, you're essentially gonna, I'm not gonna say blow up, but you're gonna grow and you're gonna see consistent, feedback to your videos that is gonna help you. And the same goes for Instagram as well. And I'm still in the kind of growing stages of Instagram. I have a business partner who's been posted like 500 plus videos, and finally one of them blew up. So again, like 10,000 or 8,000 now. No, sorry, 10,000 followers now from that video. Just one video that blew up. Just put that into perspective, And the same goes for Instagram. Same goes for YouTube. If you have one video that just blows up, you will get that exponential growth. But it's not about you just hoping to get that one video out there who's just gonna go straight up. You just need to be consistent and know that it's you're doing it for the long run, not the short run. Because if you just get one video, you're not going to be there for the long run, because you have such high standards for yourself, which you shouldn't have. So basically, that's how 2025 is looking like. Go for Instagram if you are looking for a more stable growth in terms of what you're posting. Be consistent, be disciplined in what you're posting, and then send people to long form videos about more in depth videos like these, where I'm literally just talking for 30 minutes, and that's basically it. So as I said, all these people, what they have in common is they're giving out dopamine, and it also builds audience for their niche. So for me, it's motivational. Tom Nosky, it's educational, and the same goes for everyone else. Everyone has different niches, and that's what's built audience, because people get dopamine from you, and then they want to follow you, because it keeps scrolling once they have one video that they like. So what's next for you? So me and my business partner has recently made this. We have a free school group for people like us, which is called Creator One. But this is just a thumbnail I wanted to use so you can kind of get an insight on it. But basically, here is like all of the like-minded people, fitness coaches, and everything, coaches in general, who is inside that group, is people who is like-minded and people who want to achieve a different level of success. Obviously, everyone wants to do that. But we're helping people just like you to get this growth, because my business partner has been there myself. I am there myself, and we can go through and show you how this works. He can share his experiences, I can share mine, and give you more in depth. I will also post more videos like this, so stay in touch. But if you want to join, the link is under this video, and we'll take it from there. See ya.